Hi, I'm Vetri. In this tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how to program factorial of a number, right? So not only that, I'm going to teach you how to find out the time taken for execution of the program, right? So first, without wasting the time, let's go for coding. Starts with the header, main function. So what are the variable we are going to use? Variable n for getting the input, and variable I for iteration, and fact for output. Okay, so initially we can define the factorial value as 1. Okay, so then you have to get the user input. For that you have to use printf, enter the number. Scan the input. So when you're trying to practice the program, always get the user input. Okay, don't go with the constant values. Here we go. So after getting the input, what we have to do? So we have to get the numbers. For example, if you are going to find out the factorial of 3 means, so what are the required inputs we need? For example, for 3, you have to start multiplying from 1 into 2 and into 3, right? So you need these 3 numbers. For that purpose, we will apply for loop, right? For the iteration purpose, so you have to start from 1, and because it's going to be the multiplication operation. If you start from 0, so definitely your answer will be 0. So and we can go up to number n, which is the input, and it is going to be the continuous. Sorry, I'm using comma. You have to use semicolon, right? So after making the iteration, we have to go for the computation. Factorial is going to be factorial multiplied by the input. Okay, that is going to be the input from the iteration I, right? So that's it. We can close the for loop. Then we can go for printf for printing the output. So the output is going to be factor, that means the fact, and so you can write something like factorial of given number is %t and comma, sorry, n, right? So return 0, and don't forget that you cannot write the output statement, which is printf, inside to the for loop. Okay, that's it, and go for save and click run. Students, I'm using VS Code for running this application. Okay, so now it's asking for enter the number. I'm going to type 4, and obviously the factorial of given number is going to be 24. So we know this as a technical engineering student, we know that how to write program for factorial of a given number. It doesn't matter. Okay, the thing is how to find out the time complexity, the amount of time taken for computing for completing this execution. So for that, now I'm going to introduce the header include time dot h. So it will provide you the access to find out the time, and you have to declare the time variables float, because the time is going to be in fractional part of the fractional number, and I'm going to take that one as TC. And next we have to introduce the next time variable, that is going to be it's going to be the new format for you guys. So the keyword is time_t for the time function. So if you want to call the clock, you have to use this, right? So now I have introduced 3 variables. First one is TC for printing the time, and these 2 is for starting and ending the time. So at what position you have to use, what position you have to introduce the start clock. See, after getting the input from the user, we have to introduce the start clock option. Okay, so this thing is very simple. You have to start after the input. Okay, so if you want, you can you introduce from here itself, but it will not give you the expected time which you are using to complete the task. See, however, it is going to be the key, that is you are going to find out the execution time, not the, so you may take some extra time to give input, right? So for that it will take you will not get the expected output, right? Next, so after printf, so we can type here end is equal to clock off. So now it will compute the time from start to end, which is for iteration and as well as for printing the result, right? So next you have to write the thing like, so the keyword is diff time. So don't forget, you have to start from end comma start, otherwise you will get the negative result, divided by clocks per second. Okay, so that is going to be the formula, and now we can go for print the time. So time is equal to, it is going to be the float variable, that's why I'm using f, and comma, just pass the parameter which is TC. Okay, so that's all. Now once again repeat, I have introduced the header time.h, and then I have introduced float, 3 variables. One is TC and another 2 is start and end time. And next I have started the time, I have started the clock from here, and I have stopped the clock at after printing the result. Okay, so now program file, go to save, now click run code. So enter the number 3. So factorial of given number is 6 and time is equal to 0.002, right? See here, I forgot to use /n, otherwise do not look neat. Okay, now go to file, save again, click run. So they enter the number 4, and see, factorial of a given number is going to be 24 and time is going to be 0.004. Now let's try with some bigger number. I'm going to give 30. Let's see, factorial of given number is going to be a huge number, but the execution time remains same. So that's the beauty of the programming languages. Okay, so it doesn't matter what kind of number you are giving as an input, but it will always matter that it will not the execution time will remain same, right? So that's all about factorial of n number and how to find out the time complexity of that algorithm, right? So that's it. If you have any doubts, you can comment in comment section, and thanks for watching, and keep practice on it. The thing is slightly new to you guys, and try to practice it. Thank you.